Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to make a few alternates using the latest July paper pumpkin kit. This is wow, just wow. Just so you know, there will be an awful lot of instructions and alternate additional pictures on my blog, so pop on over there to check. I won't actually do a video every time I make a new set, but there are so many elements, it's going to be the best fun ever. So the box is empty because I've already taken everything out and more or less played with it. But just so you know, it came with cards, it came with envelopes. I mean, look at these envelopes, for example. That's going to be a card front. The inside of it is going to be designer series paper. And there are 9 cards in total. There are sort of 3 sets of 3. And there are card bases. There are these lovely overlay editions, which I'm going to use. Little doodads, just fabulous. I need to stop going on how fabulous it is and just show you instead. So it comes with instructions, full color instructions every month, and also in the description box below and on the post that goes on my blog, there will be a link where you can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin with me if you don't already. I would absolutely love to be your demonstrator. I do Zoom get-togethers and I occasionally post videos. So it gives you step-by-step coloured instructions. It shows you the ingredients to lay out for each card. So the first one, I'll show you what I mean. The first card is this lovely Melon Mambo one. And the card actually looks like this, where you would fold it in half, and this would be the back. And I thought, oh no, there's something I can do with that. So what I thought I would do is make each card sort of slightly. So I took all the ingredients it takes to make the card. I took this and I literally just paper cut it off the back piece. So I was left with the front, and I cut it down a smidge. One of them is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and one of them is the 4 by 5 1/4, which you know is the usual layering down size. And then I took a piece of basic white, which is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So that makes the new base, which is white on the back, but it gets the same message to whoever is lucky enough to receive this card. So what we'll do is we'll make the card according to the instructions. So I punched out the little piece. I stamped with the included stamp set, of course, and there's a little ink spot, although I did use my big full-size pad. So I stamped the greeting in grey granite and punched out the little overlay piece, and this is the front. So you just have to imagine that this would be the whole front with a lovely pink back. It's only the front. And then what I did was, using the dimensionals included in the pack, I stuck them on the back. So now it's a little talk amongst yourselves while I remove all of these, but they are so generous with the amount of dimensionals and sticky bits and doodads that they give you. You never really have to worry. And even the piece that has the shapes cut out for the stamping, they give you additional ones of those, because if you make a mistake, you don't want to not be able to finish that card off. So that's all the backing pieces off. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to attach this. They did give a set of sticky strips, but because I have my rolling adhesive, I'm just going to use that because it's a little bit faster for the sake of the video. So following exactly where it shows you to put it, I'm going to attach it to the front of the card. And then we've got the piece with all the dimensionals. A little tip, not that there are glue dots here, but when it's something sticky, it's usually a little black dot or it's a long black strip because they were sticky strips. If it's a dimensional, they're just clear circles, so you can tell the difference. So we'll now take the overlay, which I just punched out of the collection, and I will lay it as best I can there-ish on the front. And then what we need to do is add dimensionals to the back of the greeting. We just have to be mindful of where other dimensionals may be. So I'm going to put one down there because we know there isn't one there. And I will put one on the back of the words, so we know that they will both join forces and support the greeting on the front. So looking, there's the dot, and this is looking at where that greeting is going to go. I'm just going to place it. So now you've effectively got the same as the whole card would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of my larger dimensionals, which you can buy from my online store, or you can collect them from other paper pumpkin kits. Sometimes they give big ones, sometimes they give small ones. So we've got enough to support that. Actually, you know what, just for giggles, I'll put a few more on. What you want to be aware of is you don't want to put too many dimensionals on top of each other, because that will make the whole project too fat to go through the post office, I don't know, fatness meter, and they may charge you extra postage. But if, I'm just going to stick that on with a nice border around. There's dimensionals on here, but when it goes into the envelope, they will squish flat. So nothing will be more than one dimensional thick. All, don't know if you can see down in, ooh, that's hard to do. See down inside there, all those dimensionals aren't where the outside ones are. And that's the card made. So we'll go ahead and do a second one using exactly the same theory. So, oops, usually the backings that I fling across my room, I didn't really fling them far enough. So again, we take the whole card base that you would fold on this score line and have the lovely peach pie on the back. That's the piece that got cut off, and this is the piece that we were left with. I took another piece of basic white, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, and just like this Melon Mambo one, this one will become the new card base. So we will go ahead and turn the colour instructions over. So we've got them to follow. I have put the dimensionals already on the back of the little punch out. So this time the greeting, the greeting underlay strip, the peach pie strip, is going to be on the left. So we'll put some adhesive all the way along and put it over to the left. Then what we need to do is peel off all the backings. Woo! It's a peel fest. I'm going to have great fun going around my stamping room later trying to find all of these as I fling them across my room. But there you go. And then this one is going to go, looking at the picture, just about here-ish. I mean, there's no hard, fast rules because it's not a layer where you have to be careful of the edges. And then just like the last one, there is a dimensional under here. So I don't know that I even really want to put one there. I will put one under the lets because I know that's going to need a little bit of support. So I'll bring them back in and put one over there. And what I'll do is I'm just going to put a little bit of sticky on there, so it will stick to this area that's already raised. Do you know, I don't even think I took the backing paper off. Silly me. And there you go. That again is more or less the same card. So again, we'll put the big dimensionals on the back, just because it raises them up. But none of them will interact with where there already is a dimensional on the front of the card. Go around and peel all of these. I need a professional peeling assistant. So I'm so old. Before the internet, when people used to apply for things, it used to be answers on a postcard rather than just log into this website. So answers on a postcard, your applications for the post. And there we have it. So it's technically the same card without the peach pie background, which is going to be used for another project, and it looks, in my humble opinion, just as fabulous. So last but not least, let's do the last one. Mossy Meadow card, cut the back off. Oops. 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, ready to be the next card base. Oh, this one already had one of the backings peeled off. So let's turn over the colour instructions and let's see where they want us to put this one. So it's going to be slightly over to the left. Peel the backings off. Thankfully there doesn't seem to be so many on this one. But I mean, you don't even have to put dimensionals on, I guess, if you don't want to. I think it just adds it a little bit extra if you can see like shadows in the background and such. Okay, and then we will pop it in place. And then we're going to take the backings off the dimensionals. I think that's the one that already had the back taken off it. And again, I'd already stamped the greeting onto it. And that is, oh, how about we put it the right way up? And that is going to go just there. So once again, third time lucky. We've got the back missing, but the card looks just as fabulous. And last round of, oh, I'm sticking them together. You really can't go wrong with these kits. They're so fabulous. Everything except the scissors is always included. The colour instructions, and then if you've got any comments or questions, you can pop those in the description box, in the description box, I can't say that, in the description box below. And I will do my best to help you. Like I say, I have Zoom classes where we go over and we make them together. So if you've never done it before and you're not sure that you're confident enough, we can always get together. That's one of the benefits of having a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on your side. So that's the 3 cards, made the same as the front would have it look. Let me just bring them back in. So, like I say, if you haven't subscribed, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. That would be fabulous. If you'd like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, the description, it'll be in the description box below, and it will also be on my blog. If you've got any comments or questions, pop those below. Feel free to email me. If you'd like to join my emailing list when you know that the Zooms are happening, you're welcome to do that. All the details will be on my blog. And last but not least, thanks so much for watching.